You're not going to take a picture of me. I need to see your
You're
ID.
a public servant, sir.
I need to see your ID. And 149.
318, you're on east side.
318 and 149.
Come on, get back down there.
Let him come over there. Tell you the exact
That's,
same thing.
I would love to talk to somebody that
Oh, believe me.
has a different attitude.
Hello. How you doing? I got remember the whole writing tickets for the truck, diesel truck parking and stuff. I got somebody over there want to talk to you over at Walmart because he feel like he shouldn't get a ticket for being parked.
I never said that,
no
sir.
No truck or trailer parking. So he wanted to speak to another supervisor.
I never said I shouldn't. I asked you.
I appreciate it.
Boy, I wish that body cam was on at the beginning.
I'm finna bring another supervisor over here so he can tell you the exact same thing. And he gonna tell you you're forcing it because I warned you first. I wasn't gonna write you.
You didn't warn me. You just asked, is your truck down there? And I said, yes. Is there a problem? And then you said, back up, we'll see.
So basically what I should have did was just wait till you went in and just came out and wrote you a ticket.
You can do what you want. You're doing your job. But when I ask, is there a problem? And you say, back up. And you close the window in my face without answering me. And then you go 0 to 100 over here.
That's not what happened.
It is what happened. And your body cam wasn't on, sir.
That's not what happened. I asked you, is this your vehicle? I'm not even finna go over it no more.
Go ahead. I'll talk to your supervisor, sir. Not a problem.
He'll be here in a minute.
Then you want to go hands-on with free speech. And I know there was another truck here because of the buggy with cartons in it.
Nothing to do with you. Because what? Guess what? I wrote another truck to take you to.
That's fine.
So you worried about other vehicles. Don't have anything to do with you.
Then let me ask you this, sir.
I'm not answering no more questions
when
for
trucks
you.
are here at this Walmart, where do we park the shop?
Another supervisor on the way. You talk to him. That's what you want.
Okay. I'm asking you because you're obviously doing security for Walmart. If trucks are here, where do we park so we can go in and shop?
That's what you should ask me first. That's what you should ask me first.
I asked.
And guess what?
I asked.
And guess what? But these are before you. When I came out there and I told him you can't park there, sir. If you don't, I have to write you a ticket. He said, okay, where should we park? And I told him where he should go park, and he went park. And guess what? He didn't receive the ticket.
I did basically the same thing.
No, you didn't. You definitely didn't do the same thing. You definitely didn't do the same thing.
Wow. D Bell. What's your badge number, sir?
It's on your ticket.
1002? Okay. I mean, I'm the nicest guy in the world. If you would have just answered me over there, we wouldn't have even been over here.
I don't have to
because I would have. If you would have said,
if you didn't illegally park, we wouldn't even have this conversation.
I'm not. I could care less about a ticket.
Okay.
The thing is, if you would have been more cordial over there, I would have said that's fine.
I didn't have to stop you and ask you to move. I didn't have to do that.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
But when I asked you, because you initiated the conversation.
You told me I'm not on duty.
No, I asked you if you were on duty. Because if you look at the car, it's not a squad car.
What me being on duty having to do with you being illegally parked? So if it was a Walmart worker and they told you to move, you would have moved it?
If anybody would have told me to move, I would have moved. You didn't ask me to move.
So why should it matter if I'm on duty or not?
You didn't ask me to move.
Man, we done. It's another supervisor on the way.
Good. I'll let them know how you acted here, sir. I mean,
and we're gonna see. And you let them know what you said to me too. You let them know
yeah,
what you said to me.
I'll let them know that I called you a dick.
I'm good. He about to pull up.
It's not calling a cop a dick is not bad. It's a First Amendment right.
We done talking. He on the way.
It's called free speech.
Okay, we're done talking.
76, 71.
Good.
Sure, let's get this going. I got it.
103.
But again, I ask you,
We done
because I'm in here once a week. Continue to be rude. That's fine.
We got nothing to talk about. I called you a supervisor. Hey, we're gonna be right on the Gordon side. Gordon, when you first come in. All right.
Is he a sergeant or above?
Yes.
Okay.
What's up, man? Sir, you can stay over there where you are. Okay, I'm gonna tell you again. You can go back over there where you are. We're having a private conversation. Appreciate it.
I mean, private would be in your vehicle.
We're having a private conversation. We can have a private conversation out here.
Now, you know what?
Are you a sergeant, sir?
You know what? Come here. I'm going to tell you something. Come on over here. I got something for you. You want to. There you go. Sit right there. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Shreveport PD, y'all. This is a lawsuit waiting to happen. Qualified immunity is going to be going away.
Oh, yeah. Hey. What you driving like you did?
He already wrote me a ticket.
Where's your driving license?
Can I? It's hot in here. Can I come out?
I just turned the air on for you. Where you
Because
driving?
right now I'm being detained inside a vehicle and I haven't done anything.
Where's your identification?
Did I do anything to that? I need to produce it.
Listen.
Are you a sergeant or above, sir?
I'm asking for this. I'm asking one more time.
Can you please get me a sergeant out here, please?
I'm asking one more time. Where's your identification? If not, you know you can get a resistance charge for that, right?
What have I done to require to be ID?
I'm asking you for your identification.
You can ask, but I haven't done anything where I need to produce it.
Okay, so you want a resistance charge. So when I take it to jail, they
It wouldn't be a resisting charge because ID, that's a secondary charge, sir.
What's his name and what's your date of birth?
That's a secondary charge,
Okay,
sir.
so don't worry about it. I just take it to jail. I just take it to jail for resistance.
I haven't. Oh my God.
All units be advised. Highback needed for Graveyard Hill, 2 for early sign, 1 for late sign. If interested, contact Lieutenant Hill. Dispatch clear, sleep at me.
How you doing, sir?
Not too bad yourself. Who are you?
I'm Sergeant Coney.
Nice to meet you, sir. Can I come out and have a conversation with you?
Well, you can if you give me your ID so we can know who you are.
I haven't done anything in order for me to provide ID.
Is this your truck right now?
Yes, it is, and he already wrote me a ticket.
Okay, so
Which I'm not disputing the ticket at all. It was the reason I wanted a supervisor out here is because of the way gentlemen act.
okay, but you know we have a right to ask you for your ID, right?
You have a right to ask, and I have a right to refuse if I haven't done anything that requires me to identify myself.
Yeah, right here. It's truck park.
I already have the ticket, sir.
I mean, we still can have to, you know.
Can I come out? Can I step out and talk to you,
Can
sir?
you give me your ID? You can step out. No, I'd love for you to step out. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't done anything that requires me to ID. He already wrote me the ticket. The ticket's
That's
in my
a
back
violation
pocket.
right there.
Yes, it is, and he already wrote me the ticket, which I'm fine with.
He could have asked you for it then. Was you gonna refuse to give it to him then?
A what?
I said he could have asked you for your ID then. Was you gonna refuse to give him your ID then?
When I came back out, he was done writing
What's your
the
name,
ticket.
sir?
I'll give you my first name because I'm not obligated to give you my ID at this point.
Okay. Yes, you do. You do. You have a right to give it to me if we ask for it. That don't mean you under arrest.
That's completely wrong, sir.
But you being detained now, so we can identify. We need to identify who you are.
I'm illegally detained because I haven't done anything in order to be placed in here.
Okay. So you're not gonna let me see it.
I have no reason to ID, and I have no obligation to ID myself because I haven't done anything.
So are you saying you're not gonna give me your ID?
I already have the ticket, sir.
Okay, so listen. Whatever your name is, sir, John Doe, you have a right to remain silent. To give up that right. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Okay.
You have a right to attorney. If you cannot afford one, won't be appointed to you.
Can I get the
By the
name
city of
of this
Shreveport.
this officer here?
We're gonna give you our information as soon as you give us yours. If you're not, you're gonna be John Doe. So it's up to you.
I haven't done anything. Can I get somebody that's hired you?
Well,
sir?
let me ask you this here. Yes, you can. But
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen.
gonna place you under arrest for resisting.
Resisting of what?
Resisting identifying yourself.
That's a secondary charge, sir.
Okay, so so what are you gonna do when I ask you to do? You either gonna do what I ask you to do or you're not. If you're not, I read you your rights and I'm through answering your question.
I have no obligation to ID myself.
Yes, you do.
I do not. I already have the ticket in my back pocket.
Okay, well, you still have a right to identify yourself.
This is not a stop and ID state, and this is not Germany.
You're being detained right now.
I'm being illegally detained based off the actions of your officers.
Okay, well, all right.
Because they didn't want me to listen in on the conversation between A and B.
All right. What's up?
233 west side, 233 west side, 29 feet. Next location he gave was just with a line of 74. What's the location? Running down, back towards line on Westwood. Towards the apartment.
So now we got an illegal arrest and an illegal detainment.
Hey, Jerry, where you at, bud? Can't see the boy. He's still running right now. Hey, boy, I'm trying to look for it. That's your fixing around.
Completely ridiculous. I've heard about Shreveport PD, but I never really believed it because I never had a problem here in Shreveport.
Dispatcher, turn down Harris Street. Jump Spencer. 74 year bound going down Harris Street. Harris Street. Get it, copy.
And they're on private property because this is a Walmart parking lot.
Before you about later on S70. Negative, showman started. 149 copy in. 149 copy straight. Hey Jerry, he's gonna be ducked off behind this house right here with a what's the address of that home? 74? 4713 Aaron Street. That's the last thing she jumped out of.
And this is call number P22018. I'm sorry, P220-81861. And the call is for citizen assistance, a P70.
Hey, can we have you go up there to that apartment? 53 to 74, you said it's a
All because I asked the question.
10-4, hold on 1 second. Hey, he has been reaching in the front of his pants, so watch yourself.
Listen, sir.
Yes, sir.
I noticed that you're a veteran.
Yes, I
I
am.
need you to cooperate with me because I do not want to take you
I've
to
been
jail.
I've been cooperating
Listen,
and gotten into
I
the
do
law.
not
sir.
want to take you to jail. I do not. But I'm gonna tell you right now, when I leave, I'm gonna have this officer take you into custody for interference.
Is there a supervisor hiring you
another
coming out?
lieutenant coming? But I'm gonna tell you what.
Because I will identify to him if required. I will identify him if required, but I would like to have a cordial conversation with somebody that is willing to have a cordial conversation, because Officer 1 didn't want to have a conversation and number 2 didn't want to have a conversation. Basically, all these you two are here because I asked him to contact the supervisor based off his actions.
So you saying that I mean, I don't know what happened, but you saying that you see that sign right there?
Yes, I do. I'm here once a week.
I understand, but the city is hitting you truckers bad, and I don't agree with it. But they nailing y'all for this kind of parking right here, all over the city, not just you, all over the city. So I'm telling you right now, when the lieutenant come out here, he gonna tell you the same thing.
I don't dispute that, sir.
Okay, but.
I don't dispute that. It's the officer's actions, because when up front he goes, "Did you park down there?" I said, "Yes, I did. Is there a problem with it?" And he goes, "Back up. We'll see. Back up." And he was closing his window in front of me, and I mean, if he would have said, "Well, I'm going to give you a ticket," that's fine. Where can I park? That way I can do my shopping. That's all it was coming down to. But then, I mean, it went to an attitude right away, and that's why I wanted a supervisor out here, sir. Okay. I mean, I'm not disputing the ticket. I'm willing to pay the ticket.
Even now that I'm here, you still don't want to identify yourself.
I have no reason to identify. I already have the ticket.
Now you do. Now you have a right. You have to identify because you're being detained.
I can be.
Now, listen, before, when you was outside of this car, before, you didn't have to identify yourself. Once we detain you and put you in this car, now,
I'll let you finish.
I'll
let you finish.
I'm telling you, I'm explaining to you your civil rights. Once we detain you and put you in this car, we gonna identify you, one way or the other. You're gonna either go in as John Doe, and you come out with your real name, but you don't need your real name to go into jail. You're gonna need it to come out. So you're gonna refuse me
under threat of arrest with the lieutenant. I will identify to him, but I want to talk to an officer about the way this officer and this officer conducted themselves. Okay. I'm not disputing anything that happened here. I just it started out. I wanted a supervisor. Yes, I have.
You're a veteran.
That has nothing to do with what's going on here.
What's going on? What it has to do with is how those officers created their space. They needed their space. They feel like you was walking up on them. So however that happened, and he got his body cam on.
I was walking up to listen to the conversation. They said it's private.
I mean, they don't have to. You ain't got to listen to no conversation. They don't have to let you listen to their conversation.
I mean, if you want to have a private conversation, you got to create the privacy.
When they asked you to step back, they was trying to create their privacy. Don't you think? Wouldn't you think that? And they don't know you from John. They have a right to tell you to step back.
When they said step back, I was trying to explain something, and this officer that drives this unit, whoever he is, took my arm and put me in here.
Okay. All right, well, the lieutenant is on his way.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm going to tell you right now,
I understand.
It's gonna depend
I'm not disputing this. It was, I wanted a supervisor to handle this the way this officer conducted himself.
Well, look, I can't because I'm a sergeant. You're a sergeant just like me. He got his body cam on. I got my body cam on.
He turned his body cam on after he took my arm, put it behind my back, and put me up against the truck, sir. Then he turned his body camera on.
No,
nothing in front of the store or even.
That's not true.
Hey, well, listen. You are not gonna.
That's not true.
Yes, it is, sir, because you turned it on right here in front of the truck.
You've been lying ever since you came back over here.
No, I haven't.
We just gonna let you.
Stop you from getting a ticket.
I'm not disputing a ticket, sir.
We're not disputing a ticket, but how many times we ask you for your identification?
I don't need to ID
Okay, so
myself.
you're disputing identification. We passed the ticket. I asked you for your ID. This sergeant asked you for your ID, and the sergeant that we called out here asked you.
Putting me back
ID.
in back of a squad car does not create a purpose for an ID because you created that purpose.
Because you kept walking up on us. We can do that.
I walked up once, and he said, "Back up," and then he came up, grabbed my arm, and put me in here.
Back up a vehicle for our safety. We can do that.
And we can ask you for your ID.
Safety, you guys have the guns and tasers and the mace. What do I have? Nothing.
That has nothing to do with that.
I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna end up doing.